If you just stop overcomplicating trading, you'll be much more profitable. And let me show you in this video exactly what I mean by that. I recently just passed funded accounts, like 2 funded accounts, and I'm about to make my withdrawal. And I've tripled also my small account, $100 account, to $300 and then $300 to $1,000 in about 2-3 weeks. Now we have a little bit of drawdown, but I'm sure we're gonna get it back. So let me get on this chart straight away, because I see so many nonsense online and people just doing so much crazy stuff, so much crazy shit, man. So let me show you, okay? So why don't you just draw support or resistance on the chart? Look, this is a weekly beautiful resistance. Now I know you might be thinking, the resistance support doesn't work, it gets broken, and and then there's liquidity spike and all this stuff. Yes and no, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can avoid it, okay? Not every time, but most of the time you avoid it. Now my win rate is no more than 50% or 60%, yet I'm still profitable. So this is a AUD CHF, and now I wanna say something which gonna be very contradicting and very, I would say, contradicting in trading space, because a lot of online gurus tells you like you cannot do that and you should always stick to your things and all this stuff. It's okay to close a trade before your stop loss if it's going against you and you think from your intuition, discretion, after years in trading or after a long time in trading, you develop this discretion and you're thinking to yourself, this might probably not gonna go in my way, I am going to close here, because your discretion tells you it's probably not going to work out. And it's okay to freak out sometime. Let's just say you've been absolute pussy and you just get out of the trade. It's okay to re-enter the trade again, and I'm gonna show you exactly here how's that happen. This is an AUD CHF, and my light just turned off. Let me plug this in back so you can see it better with that. If you're gonna be working, there we go, much better. So AUD CHF. Now this, as I already showed, this is a weekly resistance. I am waiting for price to do this, basically. The price to get to the resistance, and I'm gonna sell, aiming for the lower high or whatever it might be. Now I did first time when I entered this trade, I entered too early, I would say, and I closed the trade. Look, when I go on long time frames, this trade just keep pumping. I enter here, I think I add position somewhere. I even add position somewhere here, somewhere on this area. I add because I saw this engulfing beautiful candlestick on a 1 hour. I think I add that, and then it just keep on going against me. I think I closed it somewhere in 3/4 to my stop loss, somewhere around this area. So I didn't lose my full position what I was risking. I lost 3/4. Why 3/4? I usually close trade when it's halfway through, or maybe it's a quarter way through. But this time I closed it a little bit late. I was even thinking about to leave it all the way to stop loss, because I really like this resistance. You can see it's very strong resistance here. We had a support, broke the support, that's the resistance, when the support broke it, resistance. So this, on the weekly chart, this multiple times just tested this area so many times. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna come back to this area to then sell. Well, now it looks like we finally do, and I guess what? I re-entered the trade again. Okay, so if I go here, I believe I saw 2 hour or 4 hour. Yeah, I saw the 4 hour. So I closed the trade around this area. I was like, you know what? I just close it here, and I will watch it if it's going to change. And I did the re-enter here after I saw this 4 hour candlestick engulfing, and then it keep going down. I was like, let me enter here. Stop loss exactly where it was before, and my TP is exactly where it was before as well. So that will be with this 1 to 2.5 if we're gonna get there. I already closed on my funded account, on my instant funded account with Gold Funded Trader. If you want a 35% discount, the code is below the description. I think it's a VCZ. You can get 35% of discount. You can also enter a giveaway. I'm giving away 5K. I think it's the instant accounts. I'm not sure. I think it's the instant accounts, 5,000 with Gold Funded Trader. All you have to do is subscribe and like this video. And when you like, I'm gonna go through the people who like this video, and I'm actually gonna pick a winner. You can also go to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and enter this competition as well. I'm gonna be posting a reel about that soon. Back to the video. So, as you can see, I already entered this, and now we are on 1-to-1. So I do aim to get lower. I think this position has much more potential. I think we might potentially even go all the way down here to the very, very lows, or even we might break down here, but I don't think I'm gonna hold that long. So it's okay to close and re-enter the trade again. I mean, look, I know you want confirmation and all that stuff, and let me show you, for example, a trade. Like, how would you even have a confirmation? By the way, this is another trade I'm currently in, GBP and ZD. I wanted to enter this trade. I mean, where is it? I entered the trade, I think, before, somewhere here. I don't know why I don't have it here. Somewhere here. And I closed it because I thought, like, we're gonna keep on going. Look, I had a liquidity spike. I closed it, and then we come back here, and I enter the trade again. And now, actually, I'm very close to my TP. So let me check. Someone keep calling me here. In Vietnam, crazy shit. Let me see how we are at that. So this is my Gold Funded Trader account. 2 position AUD CHF and GBP and ZD. GBP and ZD very close to the target profit. And this is my instant funded account with Gold Funded Trader, currently in profit. And this is the $100 to $1,000, and we had a little bit of losses, but it's okay, we're gonna recover now with that. So look, you do not have to wait for confirmation. You can just enter the trade as you please, not wherever you want on the chart, but on a reasonable daily, preferably weekly resistance. Same as GBP and ZD. I didn't see anything on the weekly, but the daily looks very, very nice, right? We had it previously. We had resistance, kind of nothing. Come back here, support. We didn't quite bounce. We tried again, support, but then we broke below. Come here. I wanted to trade it here, but I was too much of a pussy, if you can call me that. And it went actually my way, 1-to-1. Came back for retest, I re-enter, and now we're going down in my way. So we'll see how that goes. And look, sometimes I enter the trades, and then when I see it doesn't go in my way, I just close the trade. Trading is such a job, business, a thing you do. You can't really say what it is. You can treat it as a business, but trading is such a area where there is no right or wrong answers. It's very you can listen all these gurus online, and they tell you, like, this is the only way. You have to wait for the 30-minute shift of structure to then, and with engulfing candlestick on a 1 hour, 2 hour, to then enter the trade, aiming for 1-to-2 or 1-to-3 minimum to be profitable. None of that actually is right, and none of that is also wrong. Yes, it can work, but trading is so dynamic. So if you look at the chart, nothing is certain here. Nothing. Like you would say, like, this is a resistance, right? So we came back. Okay, we bounced from this resistance once, and then now you will expect we're gonna bounce again. But look what it did. Nothing. We use it as a support. The price will always do whatever the price wants to do, and that's just how trading works. Same as here, support. We're supposed to bounce, right? It's support. Look, we broke below, came back for retest, And then this looks exactly like what happened here, right? You would expect maybe we're gonna continue up. It didn't. It came back for retest here. Now we're going down. I think we're gonna go all the way down here, but we'll see how that goes. So trading is so subjective, so different to other businesses. You cannot really calculate what's gonna happen in the future. Your best bet is to manage your risk well, so not over risking on your account, so you don't blow it, and you make more on your winners than you make or lose on your losses. And that's how I got funded multiple times, and that's how I triple, quadruple my accounts multiple times, and that's how it works. And I like to trade very, very simply. As I said before, I was overcomplicating trading, and my head hurt from it. It was just too much. Now I just overcomplicating trading. I just look at the chart in the morning, and then I go by my day, and then do my own stuff. And it's so much psychologically easier on your head, because when you do so many decisions, and when you keep looking at the chart, you keep making decisions. Do I like this trade? Do I don't like this trade? All that stuff, all of that nonsense is it's get pushed away. And there's an analysis, there's a support or resistance. You enter the trade where you think is good enough. You place a stop loss way above, and that's it. That's it literally. If you like to follow all my trades here in the Telegram group channel, we have a whopping 634 members. You can join here. You can see I had some losses done here. I even closed break evens. You can see loss here, ADCHF. This is where I closed before. So I'm not one of those gurus which gonna tell you like I have a 100% win rate and then I'm losing in the background. I'll just show you everything publicly. So the link is down below in the description for the Telegram group channel, and I'll see you in the next video, my friend.